This video is something special. What I mean is, it's a video from my latest trip to sunny Los Angeles, where I spent a couple of days taking some film photos with my Contax G1. There's nothing really special about that though. But what is special is that out of these two rolls of film, almost all of the frames turned out pretty good. And honestly, few of these photos I have to consider to be my favorite photos of this year. The first roll was CineStill 400 Duckface, a film stock I have really grown into this year. And what a better way to get into the film photo mood than visiting West Coast's largest flea market located in Pasadena called Rose Bowl Flea Market. Okay, I think I broke some rules here or something, cause I think this first frame of the roll is actually pretty good. And I'm sure you know by now that basically international law of film photography forbids these first couple of snaps to be anything else than absolute trash. But somehow, I like these three a lot. I like digging through these piles of old cameras and lenses, even though I have never bought a camera from here. Though my friend did find a really nice Canon A1 from here last time we were here together. This photo of this old rusty Chevrolet has some beautiful colors to it. When CineStill nails the colors, I think it's one of the nicest looking film stocks out there. Then it was time for us to get back to Marina del Rey, where I was once again staying. On our way back at the traffic, the sun was already setting and this beautiful bright and warm haze surrounded the city. Didn't take any photos out of the car, but here's some video. For sure definitely more relaxing than being on board with this self-driving taxi. Next weekend, I decided to do what I most enjoy doing when I'm by myself, walking around with an old film camera. I have been shooting with this Contax G1 for several years now, and I have to say I really like it. I know it might have some autofocusing quirks and whatnot, but I have learned how to minimize those issues, and honestly, I usually get what I deserve from it. I like to walk around these streets of Venice in LA, since for a guy from Finland like me, these old American cars and houses feel very photogenic. Also, we don't really have these water posts here in Finland, and since it was aligned in perfect 45-degree angle towards this house, I decided to snap a photo, and I actually think this turned out really nice. This roll of film is really starting to look like GTFO, greatest that film can offer. Once again, I really like these colors this film stock provides. Even though this is pretty contrasty scene, I think there's a nice details in the shadows and only a small portion of the picture is blown out. And since this is a CineStill film, that blown out part actually just looks kinda dope. And then I stumbled on every film photographer's wet dream, a nice backyard feel with beautiful old covered American cars during an early golden hour. You just have to ask yourself how many times are you actually gonna press that shutter button. As you might have guessed, these photos are definitely my favorite photos from this trip, and actually probably my favorite photos of the whole year. If I would have a nice portfolio, I would definitely add some or maybe even all of them there for me to look at during those dark, cold, wintry nights back in Finland. This last photo of this series is my favorite one. I like how there is different dimensions to it, like that tree in front of those two cars and that fence and houses behind them. I think I have to find this place in the future again. On my way back, I still had some frames left of the first roll, and even though I think these are probably not my greatest work, I still think these snaps turned out quite nice. This roll of film was definitely outperforming big time. This garage is usually a hit or miss. You never know what kind of cars they are working on that time. But since it seems that luck was on my side, they of course had these amazing cars with hoods open with equally amazing light just waiting for me to take some photos. And truthfully, I love these two photos. Those two shots were the last from that roll, and then it was time to switch back to more mundane Kodak Gold 200. And to make sure both the film that was finished and the new one would be as prestige as possible, I decided to load the camera in direct sunlight as any professional film photographer would probably do. This yellow car and red house looked like I somehow managed to fake this scene, especially since I just loaded a fresh Kodak Gold to my camera for those sweet, warm and yellow tones. Some of these I should sell for a postcard company, even though I'm not sure if they even exist anymore. But it seemed like Lady Luck was still favoring me, since I think these photos are also above my usual level. Or maybe I have been getting better after shooting so much film, but that's probably not it. Before the last photos of this roll, I would quickly like to thank the sponsor of this video, which is Hohem. I used Hohem's new iSteady V3 for this video, and it made everything super smooth, no pun intended. This mobile gimbal is so small and easy to carry with that it didn't feel like I would have added anything extra for me to carry. And it actually helped me a lot when I wanted to film myself taking these photos, since the AI tracking on this is just incredible. I love this thing, so thank you Hohem for sending me this, and thank you for sponsoring this video. Much appreciated. Before leaving LA, I still managed to take these photos before heading towards the airport. I like how warm and summery and film-like all of these are, so it seemed like also this roll turned out to be a pretty successful one. And just when I started to feel like I had maxed out my good fortune, I was upgraded to business class on my way home. Thank you for watching. See you next time.